from dissecting Congress delusion, we turn to a diagnosis gone political in Jammu and Kashmir. At the Mata Vaishno Devi Shrine Board's Medical College, the admission list has ignited a firestorm. 42 Muslims, 7 Hindus, 1 Sikh. Hindu groups and the BJP asked, should a college funded by Hindu devotees donations have only 8 Hindu students? The protests demanding seats for Vaishno Devi devotees were already simmering until Chief Minister Omar Abdullah added fuel to the rout. He warned that excluding Muslim students who entered through merit could lead them towards radicalization, even pointing to Turkey and Bangladesh as potential destinations where this might happen. The question here is Omar Abdullah defending merit or using the admission row to somehow offer a plausible justification for radicalization? Listen in.
अब आप उनका मजहब देख के उनको एडमिशन डिनाई करना चाहते हो, कल को फिर वो अगर किसी और इंस्टीट्यूशन में चले जाएं जहां पे फिर वो रेडिकलाइज हो जाएं, इसके लिए फिर कौन सुनील शर्मा साहब कहेंगे कि वो कसूरवार?
इसका आप स्टेटस बदल दीजिए, इसको माइनॉरिटी स्टेटस दे दीजिए और हमारे बच्चे जो हैं वो कहीं और एडमिशन हासिल करेंगे, बांग्लादेश जाएंगे, टर्की जाएंगे, कहीं और जाएंगे। जब आप इनके बच्चों को बर्दाश्त नहीं करोगे तो कल को फिर जब कुछ हो जाता है फिर आप पूरी कौम को कसूरवार मत ठहराइए। इसके लिए
उमर साहब ने ये बात हकीकत कही है कि किसी भी अदारे को किसी मजहब के साथ नहीं जोड़ना चाहिए, और अगर इस तरह किया जाता है तो मुल्क जो है वो बचेगा नहीं, टूट जाएगा।
तो ये वो जो अंग्रेजों की डिवाइड एंड रूल पॉलिसी है उसकी लेगेसी है कहीं ना कहीं। अनफॉर्चुनेटली आई थिंक बीजेपी pitches this politics in state of Jammu and Kashmir. It will divide institutions, it will communalize आपकी यूनिवर्सिटीज।
और उमर साहब ये डराने वाली पॉलिटिक्स जो है ये नहीं चलेगी। जो भारत के खिलाफ फीलिंग है वो उठ के सामने आती है जब वो बांग्लादेश और तुर्की का नाम लेते हैं।
You're watching the News Hour at 9, debate number 2 on Times Now, Super Prime Time.
Advocate Nilofer Masood, the spokesperson of the National Conference, joins the debate with Anand Ranganathan, Sanjay Jha and Sudhanshu Trivedi ji. But Advocate Nilofer Masood, is Omar Abdullah trying to justify radicalization? कि अगर यहाँ एडमिशन नहीं दोगे तो फिर जो होगा देख लीजिएगा? You know, is this justification being given that they will go to Bangladesh and Turkey? What kind of justification is this?
Basically, we need to see the context in which the Omar Abdullah has given the statement. In fact, the statement has come on the Constitutional Day, and our preamble speaks about, declares our country as the sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic republic, and at the same time it guarantees liberty, equality, fraternity. Liberty with respect to the belief, faith, and then worship. And when we speak about the equality, it speaks about the status and the opportunities. And fraternity itself speaks about the unity and the integrity. On the Constitutional Day, when he speaks about the connecting religion with the medical college, our Constitution declares from Article 25 to 30 about the religious freedom. And when we talk about the Shri Mata Vaishno Devi Medical College, it is not a minority college wherein it does not fall within the purview of the or parameters of the Article 30.
So if there are other students, it cannot be declared a minority, but जिनको वंदे मातरम कहना मुश्किल लगता है वो माता वैष्णो देवी श्राइन के मेडिकल कॉलेज में तो चले जाएंगे. But Anand Ranganathan, is Omar Abdullah normalizing the radicalization and saying if you don't do this, is this an either or? If you don't do this, they will go to Turkey and Bangladesh and get radicalized, and then whatever happens, don't tell us?
No, but look, Navika. Ma'am, I did not interfere. I did not interject. Please allow me. That's a courtesy. Thank you. No, Navika, Omar Abdullah is doing what Omar Abdullah does. Spreading hate and bigotry, and at the same time not only playing victim, but also threatening radicalization. But that's par for the course for folks like him. Ganga Jamna Tehzeeb bol ke Ganga bhi le li aur Yamuna bhi lena chahte hain. Al-Jama Safiya, run 100% through Muslim donations, gives 100% seats to Muslim students. Darul Uloom Deoband, run 100% through Muslim donations, gives 100% seats to Muslim students. Vaishno Devi Medical College. Navika, this is very unfair. This kind of radical... Navika, this kind of radicalization live on television.
Well, Madam Nilofer, you've spoken and Anand Ranganathan did not disturb you. I'm lowering your fader. Anand, make your point.
Now, I have to repeat this because people need to know this. Al-Jama Safiya, run 100% through Muslim donations, gives 100% seats to Muslim students. Darul Uloom Deoband, run 100% through Muslim donations, gives 100% seats to Muslim students. Vaishno Devi Medical Institute, run 100% through Hindu donations, gives 84% seats to Muslim students. Why? And this is over and above dozens of minority institutions funded completely by us, the taxpayer. Jamia Millia Islamia, run 100% through central government, gives 50% seats to Muslim students. And just look at the hypocrisy. Omar wants Hindu devotees. Navika, this is stone throwing. This is virtual stone throwing. Does this lady have any manners or not? Third time she is interrupting me. Kahan se seekh ke aati hain aap? Please be quiet. Omar wants Hindu devotees of Hindu religious places to fund Muslim doctors. But he wouldn't ask Muslim devotees of Muslim religious places to fund Muslim doctors. In the last 10 years, the Jammu and Kashmir Waqf Board has increased properties under it by, wait for it, 3.2 million%. Why can't the Waqf make 100 medical colleges and give 100% seats to Muslim students like Darul Uloom? But then again, I'm surprised it took as long as a year for the mask to fall off. Their first allegiance is to religion, second to Pakistan, third to China, and fourth to dynasty. Fact is that after Modi government abrogated Article 370, these terror apologists have been itching to foment trouble. Remember how Omar Abdullah had said, and I'm quoting him, that if he was in power, he wouldn't have given permission to hang Afzal Guru. Scratch the surface and out pops the Islamic extremists. If it weren't for dynastic politics, honestly, Omar Abdullah would be a used car salesman in Essex duping the Brits. They talk of human rights and religious rights, but remember how they called Wani as a youth icon.
Absolutely.
How they condoned the death of terrorists.
Absolutely, Anand Ranganathan and Sanjay Jha, I want to ask you, what happens to secularism? What happens to normalizing? One side, Hidma becomes, a statement to make. On the other side, well, inko nahi doge, so they will go to Turkey and Bangladesh, and then they will become radicalization. So everything is your fault. Who is normalizing and justifying these things? Are you?
Navika, good evening. I want to keep my answer brief because I think a lot of time has already lapsed. Number one, did everybody hear what Omar Abdullah actually said? He said the students got their admissions based on merit. Are we against merit here? Number one. Number two, Omar Abdullah talked about a state where he's not even, by the way, been given the statehood that I think they do deserve. However, he talked about the fact that today, if there is any political party that is going to try and make every decision, which is, by the way, being made transparently, which is made under law, it is not a minority institution. They are following the law. The deserving have got admission. But the BJP, which is the entire playbook, Navika, is based on using every available platform to create all kinds of sectarian sentiments. That's what the BJP is doing.
When for years in Jammu and Kashmir, Hindus were not declared a minority, was that not sectarian? Was that not non-secular? Why do you only think about sectarian and secularism when Hindus are not the minorities and others are minorities? This is where the differentiation comes in. And Anand Ranganathan, I'm asking you, is this hypocrisy, and is this where the secular face of those who call the BJP communal really falls off? The mask really falls off?
Navika, it's a coin with two sides. Yes, I have already exposed the rank bigotry and hypocrisy of Omar. But Sanjay is also right. Why is Hindu devotee money being used for a purpose not meant for Hindus? Muslims do it. They take donations from Muslims and they give it to 100% Muslims. Why should the Hindus suffer? Why are Hindu temples under control, not mosques? And this is the reason why I tell you that we are looking at the hyena outside our home but ignoring the elephant in the room. You can have the state give Hajj subsidy for decades, use taxpayers' money to host grand iftar parties, plunder state coffers to pay monthly salaries to thousands of Maulvis, ask government to completely fund minority institutions that keep 50% seats reserved for them, step in to overturn a SC judgment just to appease Muslims, leech thousands of crores preferentially from Hindu temples, sell off and control thousands of acres of Hindu temple land, spend hundreds of crores of taxpayers' money for Kartarpur corridor, run madrasas and still be secular.
Well, I think Mr. Omar Abdullah should even consider giving students entry into Aligarh Muslim University based on merit. Well, that can be a new beginning if secularism has to actually live in the way the word is defined. Why does it only come in Mata Vaishno Devi Trust's medical college? Vande Mataram nahi bolna hai because Mata kehna mushkil hai. But admissions there by the bulk, by the majority students, for the minority community, which is a majority community in Jammu and Kashmir. Well, hypocrisy and confusion. That's all that I can say. Above all, justification for radicalization. Is that acceptable? You, the people of India, must decide. Thank you very much to all my panelists and thank you viewers for joining me on the News Hour tonight. Good night. Be safe.